My name is Will Tabor, and this is my speech on a newsworthy topic. Although there's a lot of controversy surrounding the decision to trade 5 high-ranking members of the Taliban for a possible defector, the United States has an obligation to the men and women of the military to do everything in their power to bring them home when they're captured by the enemy. Private First Class Bo Bergdahl was captured in June 2009 by the Taliban, shortly after he reportedly walked away from his base in Afghanistan unarmed. 6 U.S. service members were killed searching for Bergdahl, and as a result, some of the men who served with him have spoken out against the decision to trade imprisoned members of the Taliban for the release of a person they consider a defector in the war that they are all fighting. While emotions run high, strongly held beliefs are tested, this event is highly controversial. The President invoked his executive authority by acting unilaterally in his decision to release the 5 detainees as opposed to notifying Congress of his intent, despite the fact that there is a federal law mandating this notification. I've been following this story in the media from the beginning and perhaps have a unique view on the events due to my knowledge of the military from being in the Corps of Cadets. With my background, I have a tremendous amount of respect for the men and women who risk their lives to defend our country and support the President's decision. The United States government has a responsibility to do whatever it takes to bring any prisoner of war home, regardless of any rumors or allegations surrounding their capture. In America, every citizen is entitled to the due process of law and is considered innocent until proven guilty. This legal safeguard is in place exactly for cases such as Bergdahl's, in which media rumors surrounding the alleged crime have the potential to sway public opinion. Many people spout an opinion, not knowing full well that they do not have all the information in order to make an informed decision. According to an online NBC News article from June 3, 2014, written by Chuck Todd, Jim McCloskey, and Aaron McClam, entitled "Obama Defends Bergdahl Prisoner Swap, Military Promises Probe," the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Martin E. Dempsey, posted to his Facebook page reminding the public that Bo Bergdahl is an American citizen who deserves the legal protection guaranteed to all of us. He stated, "As for the circumstances of his capture, when he's able to provide them, we will learn the facts. Like any American, he is innocent until proven guilty." Although federal law requires the President to notify Congress 30 days prior to releasing any prisoner from Guantanamo Bay, doing so would have been impractical given the urgency of the situation. In the online New York Times article from June 3, 2014, written by Peter Baker, entitled "Obama Defends Swap of Taliban for American POW," Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel was quoted as saying that he determined that providing notice as specified in the statute could endanger the soldier's life. President Obama made the decision to act alone and implement his executive authority as he deemed this to be in the best interest of an American prisoner of war. Under the Constitution, the executive branch is responsible for the well-being of American citizens abroad, including our soldiers. Caitlin Hayden, a spokeswoman for the White House National Security Council, was quoted in Baker's article saying, "We believe it is fair to conclude that Congress did not intend that the administration would be barred from taking the action it did in these circumstances." End quote. An article in the LA Times, dated June 3, 2014, written by Christy Parsons, Michael A. Mamoli, David S. Cloud, entitled "Obama Adamantly Defends Taliban Prisoner Swap That Freed U.S. Soldiers," explained that administration officials were especially concerned when a video released in January after the U.S. demanded proof that he was alive showed Bergdahl thinner and apparently unhealthy. According to this same article, another reason the Obama administration did not give Congress 30 days notice was that the U.S.'s bargaining power would be reduced when U.S. troop levels dropped from 32,000 to less than 10,000 at the end of this year. President Obama's decision to swap 5 Taliban officials for Bergdahl may be a controversial one, but I believe that under these circumstances, he fulfilled his duty of protecting American citizens abroad. President Obama secured one of Bergdahl's most important legal rights, the right to a trial in which he is innocent until proven guilty. Although he circumvented the law requiring him to notify Congress of the intended prisoner swap, I believe he acted within his executive authority, especially considering Bergdahl's deteriorating health and the U.S.'s diminishing bargaining power. Furthermore, President Obama acted in accordance with laws prohibiting terrorist negotiations. He simply followed the precedent set by former presidents, allowing trade to be made with the enemy for the return of prisoners of war. While many people are upset with the thought of trading a possible deserter for 5 members of the Taliban, it is important to remember that he is innocent until proven guilty, and that President Obama's decision to bring home a soldier who has been a prisoner of war for 5 years was the right one. Thank you.